Hey friends, Mike and Jess here.
And welcome to Regeneration Nation TV. Today we're reacting to the Beatles. I Want to Hold Your Hand, live from the Ed Sullivan Show. This is from February 9th in 1964. What?
Yep. From our last reaction, Don't Let Me Down, you guys let us know that you started at the very end.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird. Maybe go back to the very beginning.
Yes.
So that's what we've done. Hopefully this is the very beginning. Hopefully this is the very first performance. I have no clue.
Yeah, one of the first. It has to be.
It is very hard as a reactor sometimes to get things right like this. I do my best, so don't yell at me too hard if this isn't. And yeah, I'm excited for this. It's very weird. I have heard this song.
Yes.
This is one Beatles song that I have heard, but we've never seen it on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Yeah.
So this is still a first time reaction. It still counts.
It is.
But it's so weird because we just got barbecue the other night. We ordered it. I went to go pick it up. And what song is playing in the lobby as I'm picking it up? This song.
Nuh-uh.
I was like, wait, this is at the top of our list to react to next time we record.
It's meant to
be.
be.
Close my ears.
The universe is sending you.
I've already heard the song, like I said, though.
But never live.
Yeah.
And like, I know enough about the Ed Sullivan Show that if you made it to the Ed Sullivan Show, this is your big moment. So maybe this is kind of where it started, or maybe where it just started to pick up. So yeah. I'm excited to see this, actually.
We've got links for their official channel down below. We've got links for this original video down below in the description. Go check it out. And in the pinned comment, we've got a link for our first reaction to the Beatles. If you haven't seen it, go check that out as well. And without further ado, let's get into this.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you something I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. Oh, please say to me, you let me be your man. And please say to me, you let me hold your hand. You let me hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. And when
So, this is the look. I talked about it in the last video. I was like, this is not what I thought they looked like. This is the look that I've seen from the Beatles. Whenever I have seen them, the little that I have, it's like, wait, this is what I thought they all like dressed the same. They all had those bowl cuts.
Yeah.
This is like literally it.
It's so funny to me though, seeing these cuts now, because from what I remember, it was more like literally they put a bowl on their head and then just cut. But this is actually the style of hair that kids had when I was growing up in high school, like where they would put it and like do this with it and they would just like go to the side, you know what I mean? So it's like it's kind of like coming back into
We went to different high schools then.
Yeah, in Tennessee. In Tennessee, this was the style. Like they would have it was like almost shaggy. Like John Lennon has kind of like the style that it would be. But yeah, that's so crazy seeing them so clean cut from the last reaction, you know?
Yeah, they almost look like twins.
Yeah.
Four twin brothers.
It would be quadruple. That was inappropriate.
Oh my gosh.
I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can't hide. I can't hide.
What in the world?
Got that something I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand.
something that I will never ever, because I'm a guy, I guess, but I will never understand that emotion that seeing men up there on the stage playing invokes in you guys.
It's so amazing that when you think about the difference in women and men is that women do feel, I don't think that they feel more than men, because I feel like men have emotions just like we all do, but I'm just saying we feel more outwardly with our emotions than men do. And so I feel like I would love to be in this room right now, because I feel like whenever the end of the 50s and the beginning of the 60s, so music started to change a little bit more inappropriate things that they would see as inappropriate kind of got let out, and more people were getting into different kinds of music. So the hysterics started to happen, and these girls weren't feeling these feelings when they were listening to this music. It was kind of like lull and boring, and where they wanted them to be prim and proper and like just listen to music and don't go crazy. And then all of a sudden rock music started coming out, Elvis started coming out, the Beatles started coming out, and then these women were just losing their minds. Like there's these handsome dudes on stage singing a song about holding my hand and they say and touching me, and it's just the hysterics that are in this room. Like you see, I love that they panned out to the audience, because you see these ladies who were like prim and proper looking, you know what I mean? They have fully covered clothing.
Like a few of them are just like
they're losing their minds. They have to have some kind of release for all this. Exactly. They didn't understand it because it was never allowed. But I just love that. I love that they panned out to the audience, because you kind of get to see in that time the hysterics that started to happen whenever you watch live music. Like, and now it's like that happens every time. But yeah, you get
crazy
to explore,
after our first
be yourself.
reaction. Moving on from, those womanly feelings. Women feel, men don't feel, guys.
How dare you say that? I clarified.
I'm just thinking about guys that like rock concerts, letting all of that out, like head banging and mosh pits, and like we do show it in different ways.
Yes.
But like if a woman is up on stage, I've never seen a guy reacting like that. There's like something bubbling up inside of him that he can't control anymore. And his infatuation for this woman on stage is like, oh my God.
Well,
it's hilarious to me.
I just feel like that's, I don't want to say normal, because I don't want to put anybody in a box, but I feel like that's natural for men to kind of be a little bit more logical in the way that they express their emotions. And women are once they feel something, they really go by their emotions more than they think about it. You know what I mean? So I feel like women lose their inhibitions faster than men do, but.
Okay, but I was going to say, it is very crazy going from like their last performance to this one.
Yes.
And then you guys like letting us know that they really weren't together that long compared to other bands, and they put out so many hit records, but it's crazy to see their change in that period of time. Yeah. They look like completely different people. And they really grew as people in that short amount of time. I mean, I've grown a lot in the last 10-15 years, but if you look at pictures of me from 10-15 years ago, I basically look the same.
Yeah, it hasn't changed too much.
I dress basically the same. But yeah, they changed so much as people. You can really tell. But yeah, I would love to watch like a Beatles documentary or something, just to kind of get more of context of what caused that change, inside of them, that reflected outwardly so much. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to see. Even like right now, it shows the next Beatles like recommendation, the Beatles Let It Be, and you can really see all of them up on screen, and they look completely different from what we just saw them.
Yeah. Well, they changed with the times too.
It looks 30 years apart. Yeah. Is what I'm trying to say. It looked like 30, 40 years apart. Like, that makes more sense. Seeing pictures of my dad when he was younger, from when he was in his 20s to his 40s, I'm like, okay, yeah, you changed a lot. But these guys changed so much within a decade's time. It's really crazy. They had a lot of life experience in that time, so it makes sense. They're traveling the world and so many things. Yeah. And I feel like when you're writing music too, you're really growing as a person. It really causes you to grow a lot. Because you're just think about your life experience,
your inner thoughts.
Think about the world's life experience. You're writing these songs that are meant to resonate with everyone. And yeah, they really grew a lot in a short amount of time.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy because you look at it from that hysterics being on the Ed Sullivan Show, which is kind of like not unheard of, like so many women losing their minds, and then you gradually go to they were playing through the 70s, like that's where the revolution happened. People were being free. I feel like you're more of a
trendsetter back then.
Yeah,
it's easier
so they're probably part of
to be a trendsetter because you're like the first to do a lot of things back then. Now it's like a lot of artists are following trends.
Yeah.
Instead of creating trends, you know, so that's another thing. They're like in a room writing new music, and they're like, how can we change the world with this song? Which I don't know happens a lot anymore, but I think it's harder too because it's more of the age of the remix instead of inventing something for the first time.
Yeah,
you're like capitalizing on what came before. You know, I just recently heard the song Lonely Road by Jelly Roll and MGK, and it's a twist of Country Roads by John Denver, and it's like you know, it's weird.
Yeah,
it's
it
weird
is.
that like instead of creating a whole new song that's as impactful as John Denver's song, you just kind of take his thing and you remix it into your own thing, which is not something that they were doing with their music.
No, they're creating 100% originals, impactful songs too. The songs that are still like.
I can't wait to get into some of their more impactful
Definitely.
songs.
Definitely. I'm excited for this journey for sure. This has been really cool. And I'm glad we got to go because it was like the most recent one from them playing together, and then just like one of the earlier ones. We got like go back and forth. So
yeah, what other reactors did it that way?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whoopsies.
It's okay. We're not perfect, but we're getting there, guys.
Right?
We're getting there.
All right. Well, let us know where we should go from here. It's all you guys are steering this ship. We're just along for the ride.
Yeah, we are.
But yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, friends.
Peace.
I'm not scared of your love, so show me